You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
Right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about Shedeur Sanders. He has come out, released a statement. And we've got Dan Orlovsky that has come out after breaking down some film and giving his takeaways from Shedeur Sanders' preseason performance. Look, one of the things he had an issue with was holding the ball too long in college. That is now carried over to the NFL. People were up in arms because the offensive line he was playing with the other day in the fourth quarter, they basically all got released. Well, that's going to happen when you're a fifth-round pick and you're playing with in the fourth quarter with, the rest of late-round picks, yada, 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 undrafted free agents, etc. There's 4 quarterbacks on this team. There was just not going to be a way. Look, stars aligned. They didn't want to put Joe Flacco in that first game. Dillon, Gabriel, and Kenny Pickett were both injured. So Shedeur got the start with the ones in that first game. Well, they want to get Joe Flacco some work. They obviously wanted to get Dillon Gabriel some work. He looked really good. And so they were like, well, a fifth-round pick is going to start the second half of the last preseason game, generally speaking. It did not help that Tyler Huntley looked okay when he came in. All right, Shedeur was a disaster. He was bailing out way too far. He took the snap, he'd go backwards way too far. He had a chance to step up in the pocket and make throws. Didn't do it. Hold on to the ball too long. These were issues at Colorado, folks. All right. So let's start with Dan Orlovsky. And what I really wanted to talk about was people really starting to go to war over this. All right. There's now comparisons with a buddy of mine that I know, John Root. He come out and said, look, this fan base is starting to be like Angel Reese's fan base. Yeah, that's not a great sign. Trust me. As somebody that's gotten death threats from Angel Reese fans, yeah, it's not a great sign. All right? I think Jason Whitlock said the other day that he started getting threats. I saw from Angel Reese. Let's not get down that road. I'm rooting for Shedeur, but either you can. That's the one thing about the NFL. If you can play, you're gonna rise to the top. That's all there is to it. Nobody's going to give a bleep about agendas or anything else if you can play. All right. By the way, I did see where PFT said that the Bucs would be considering bringing Shiloh Sanders back if, once he passes through waivers, if he's not picked up by another team, all that kind of thing, he might end up on the practice squad, right? So I do not think there's some kind of vendetta against the family. I don't know where this shit's coming from. So Shedeur Sanders' tape this weekend looked like concerns from the college tape. Catch the snap, wait for the O-line, and then move, holding the ball, bailing backwards.
What does the tape show, Dan? What did we actually see?
That the bad habits and some of the traits that we saw show up in college were very prevalent this past weekend against the Rams. Holding onto the football, catching the snap and not reading the defense, kind of evaluating what the defensive line is doing, and then trying to see if you can go make a play, and that's the concern. Okay, it's 1st and 10. They want a play-action double move at the bottom of the screen. The route doesn't win, and then the protection breaks down a little bit. You're taught as a young quarterback, protection breaks down, find the closest check down. It's right there. It's 1st and 10. He gets to like the 4th part of the progression backside. That's not really part of it. Get the ball out of your hands. 2nd and 9. This is a spot concept up top. Flat, spot route, and a corner. It goes 1, 2 to 3. That defender tells you what to do with the football. If he goes out, you throw it inside. If he goes in, you throw it outside. He goes out. That ball should go inside right now, and then it's 3rd and 2 and 3rd and 3. But he just predetermines the throw. Motion man is the guy who's going to get the football. This is playing fast. He's going to be wide open in the NFL. Ball has to come out right now with the anticipation. Shedeur moves slowly, kind of trying to see what's going on, and then that creates that sack fumble. So a lot of the stuff that we just saw in college is a big deal. This ball gets snapped.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there, but he held on to the ball too long, all right? He held on to the ball too long. He didn't step up in the pocket. He didn't find his checkdowns. There was a lot of bad the other day, all right? And his fan base is blaming everybody but the player, all right? It's conspiracy theories, blah, blah, blah. I mean, what are we doing? What the hell are we doing? This is wild. 4 of the 5 offensive linemen blocking for Shedeur Sanders on this play were waived by the Browns today. Yeah, that's what happens. I mean, that's what's going to happen. What play is it? Yeah, you can't bail out on the play and run around like that in a circle. He's not fast enough. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Lamar Jackson. He can't do that. All right? He's got to get rid of the ball when it's snapped. Shedeur Sanders did thank his fans on his Instagram right here. Thank everyone for the love and support. There's a lot to learn from this preseason, but I'm really thankful for the opportunity to be out there. Day by day, rep by rep, I'll keep learning and getting better. So, let's get to some reaction from around the internet. Guys, it's ugly on them internet streets. It is. John Root, buddy of mine. Shedeur Sanders has become the Angel Reese of the NFL. That is not good. Thanks to his supporters. Just like Reese's fans, they claim any criticism of Shedeur has some kind of racist, microaggressive undertone to it, and they want the sports world to believe they are perpetual victims. It's complete and utter nonsense. The discourse around these two is insufferable. Well, and the thing about it is, what I don't understand is, calling Kevin Stefanski, some people are calling Stefanski a racist. Didn't he have an all-black quarterback room at one point? I mean, it's nonsensical. It doesn't make sense. You can't go there. That's a coach that was asked to work with a guy that one could argue. We've got to remember something about Deshaun Watson, because I covered that entire thing from the moment that Deshaun Watson thing started. The Houston police said they had enough. They believed he should have been criminally charged. The Houston police, after investigation, believed they had enough to criminally charge Deshaun Watson. They put that guy on the Browns under Kevin Stefanski, and Kevin Stefanski had to try to coach him up. All right, DTR, he just got cut by his new team, whoever in the hell it was. Wasn't it the Eagles? Well, he just got cut. Snoop Hundley was around at one point. I mean, it's ridiculous. God don't become that fan base, and I think it's too late. NFL coaches and GMs right now, after everyone asked why nobody was drafting, the pointing at the screen. The cult of Sanders is losing its mind right now. Shedeur gets sacked 5 times, and the cult said it's Stefanski trying to make him fail. Shiloh gets ejected for throwing a punch. It's somehow not his fault. The Kool-Aid is strong. It's just getting ugly. I don't understand it. Right here, Shedeur Sanders and Angel Reese have the most delusional fans on earth. Everything is the fault of racism, their teammates, the refs, coaches, racism, the opponents, owners, and racism. It's crazy. The Shedeur Sanders Twitter cult is actually nuts in the head. These people think the entire NFL, even the team that drafted him, is conspiring against the kid for no reason. A hyper-competitive, multi-billion-dollar business would never pass up on a real talent for petty reasons. The cult following Tim Tebow made some sense in a weird way. Heisman winner, national champion, seems like a great teammate, but Shedeur Sanders having a cult following is just weird. He got blown out in the Alamo Bowl by BYU. Calm the F down. It is wild out here. It is wild, folks. I mean, honestly. It's crazy. Man, the Shedeur Sanders stuff is exhausting. He looked terrible. Like a rookie. Who cares? He's a late round draft pick who happens to be a big name. That's all. Thinking he was going to be some franchise changer for arguably the worst franchise in the NFL is laughable. I mean, right here, this guy, Black Alpha Network. I mean, fuck it. I'm not even gonna. Come on now. Yeah. Turns out 31 teams were right on not drafting Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders fans blaming the O-line, play calling, the running backs, the wide receivers, everything except the guy throwing the ball. Y'all are in a cult. It's getting crazy. So let's get this straight. The Browns are trying to make Shedeur Sanders look bad on purpose because they are sick of all the attention he is getting. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. Now, I said this the other day. I'm going to continue to say it. I'm not wrong. His fans could end up getting him pushed out of the league. All right? Because he's going to be a backup somewhere. If it's a continuous attack on the organization and an organization's leadership, and the media is going to fuel into that on behalf of those fans, these teams are going to be like, bleep it, we don't want him as a backup quarterback with all this bullshit coming our way. Yeah, go to the UFL. I mean, that's going to be a problem. All right? It was. The Kaepernick thing on both sides. I mean, they were like, yeah, he could probably be the third string guy or the second string guy. But who the bleep wants all that attention because of all the drama he brings? No, fuck it. I'll go get Tyler Heineke. Ain't a soul paying attention to him. You get my point. They're going to mess around, drive him out. His fans could drive him out of the league because of all this attention. Because these clubs aren't going to want to take a chance on him if it's going to bring all this bullshit. I do think when given time, he may have something. But he has got to get the damn ball out. So does Caleb Williams. It's been a massive flaw of a lot of quarterbacks that have not worked out over the years. The inability to move side to side, up and down in the pocket to avoid pressure and getting the ball out in under 3 seconds. Those two things, and being accurate, so those three things have put a lot of quarterbacks out of the league because they can't do one of the three. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.